VIXEN. Chemistry, VIXEN, fishing, golf. Chemistry, VIXEN. There you go.
So if you guys need any good shit, ask the chemist.
Yeah, I play an occasional show with scrap metal. It's all from people, Nelson Brothers, Mark Slaughter, Eric Martin sometimes.
Is that out of Nashville?
Sort of. You know, and they do shows a few times a year. We haven't done one lately, but I do that once in a while, and you never know, I jump up on stage with pretty much anybody.
We do
Give me a microphone, I'm here.
We do have a celebrity, see if he has a question. If Guy Fieri has a question.
Unfortunately, I do.
He's just going to enjoy his drink. He's trying to keep a low profile. You got a question? All right, go ahead.
Hey Gina, you have such incredible tone on your guitar.
Oh, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your rig? You know, what are your two go-to pedals, and what do you like playing Marshalls? Can you give us a rig run there?
Alright, my favorite amp is a triple rectifier, Mason Boogie. And I used to play this green crazy guitar, and the girls hated my tone because it was too mid-rangey and like heavy metal. Like, and when I was younger, I got a Kramer endorsement when I was about 18 years old. And I am so lucky that I have my Kramer endorsement back, because they have this guitar called the Kramer Assault. And it's like a Les Paul on steroids. It's got a whammy bar. Actually, you know, it has a 59 Seymour Duncan, and just that through my boogie is insane. And my pedal board is very slim. I have an octaver, how do I say that? Okay, come from New York, so I could go octava. Hey! Alright, so I have a chorus. No, I don't use that anymore. I have an echo, an octaver, a flanger, and then just a little bit of an overdrive when I need to do the oodly stuff. But for the most part, I really like that fat, heavy sound roar through the amp. But thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm over here. Did you have a follow-up? Oh, okay. We have a question down here.
From the UK. You mentioned how busy you have been. I know that Doro has been single for a long time because she says she's married to the music. Has being so busy and being in bands made it more difficult to meet people, maintain relationships, and have ordinary family lives because you're not living kind of conventional hours and things like that?
Well, all I can say is that it's pretty difficult because there's a lot of jealousy involved, or you're on stage and then you're looking at this hot guy or this hot girl. Sorry, I like to go, you know, all around the world. But that's not. But it's true. But it's true. It's, you know, that's who I am. But I don't. What's the word? I don't judge. I like everybody. Love you.
I think you can make it work. 20 years married, so happy.
And also, wait, Sharon, you're married to a musician. Does that pose an even, you know, more of a challenge, or is it easier if you kind of get what each other do?
I think it makes it easy because you understand everything, you know. When he has to go off and play, I'm like, yeah, I know what's going on, and I see all the pictures of him with all the hot chicks, and I'm like, that's cool, that's my man. You know, it doesn't bother me. And then when we played together in our band, there have been a couple times where he was pinned in the dressing room by some chick who just like wanted to shag him right then and there. And he was like, I don't think my wife's gonna like this when she walks in. And she was like, well, where is she? And then I walked in. And I just thought it was really funny. But we do have an announcement to make regarding the Love Cruise. A little something from our singer, but what? What do you mean, what? What? Yes, I'm now off the market. I'm officially married. We got married 2 weeks ago in Vegas.
am now married to Justin James. He's out there somewhere, I think. Anyway, I love you, baby.
That's why you want to
So yeah, you make it work.
stories.
You make it work.
Makes it work. All right. Anybody else with questions? Questions? Don't be shy, people. You got one over there, brother? I'm coming over there. All right. Here we go.
Hi, love you guys. When you brought keyboards into the mix, is there a reason you didn't bring somebody with the same VIXEN persona to be on keyboards since they kind of being like that for me?
Well, we weren't looking to have another band member, you know. When we were making the record, it was the 80s, yeah, you know, it was kind of radio-friendly kind of thing to do, to have some keyboards, but we didn't really want that to be part of the band or like a main part of the writing or even though we wrote a lot of keyboards, Cher, right? So, yeah, I mean, we really didn't want another band member, so it was like, well, let's, you know, hire somebody to do that. And now we have Chris Faze. Yay!
A male VIXEN.
He totally rocks. Well, we've tried to put makeup on him and stuff, but it was a little rough, gotta say. He's a good sport. We love you. Poor guy, you have no idea the abuse that man has to endure.
I want to ask you about some of your collaborations early on. Richard Marx, Steve Waybill, Ron Keel. Can you talk about working with any of those other artists?
Cher, you can take the Ron Keel one. I'll take the Richard Marx one, okay? What? She has a moment of brain fart. Richard Marx, we can talk about that one. We had met him a few times. It was before he was like a big star. He was just working on his first record. We went to the studio, we met him, we had the same manager. So he got to know us, we got to know him a little bit, so we were friends. And we had our record almost done, and we had spoken to him a few times. I had a couple conversations with him, maybe we should write something together or whatever. And at one point, we were just about getting ready to release the record, and he was like, wait a minute, I got an idea for a song, you guys gotta hear this. So he came to rehearsal and kind of hummed a few things he was thinking, so we tried it, and that's where Jim Broken Heart came from.
And he had the coolest feathered hair, too.
He did, he had a nice mullet. Yeah, good looking mullet. Great guy, really talented, he really nailed it. He understood kind of what we were about. He produced the song too, so I was terrified, because when I went in to sing, there were no lyrics, hardly a melody, and I'm standing in the studio and Richard Marx is on the other side of the glass. I'm like, okay, this ought to be interesting. But the last minute, Fee Waybill ran in with the lyrics, literally walked them out into the studio and gave them to me, and I just winged it. He did a great job producing and making everyone feel comfortable, and it was awesome. Great experience.
And what about with Ron Keel on Rip It Up?
She doesn't remember.
We have no recollection of that ever happening.
That was a blackout period.
It was good, it was fun.
It was good, it was fun. All right. Did you use an octifier?
One of them flangers? Did you use a flanger on that?
All right, got a question down here.
I want to talk a little bit about what you've done in the past outside of VIXEN. What about pre-music? What's the worst job you guys ever had? Assuming you had a job before you went into the music business. A regular job. Worst job ever.
You want Cher to start? Okay, you start, because I have a couple of bad ones.
Yeah, worst jobs, like jobs where you're like, oh God, is this my life forever kind of jobs, and I'm totally that fucked.
Like you're emptying grease buckets at McDonald's, something like that. Outside of music, something bad. What
Is that what you do?
Okay.
Oh, no. I feel
Something bad. There was a lot of really weird jobs, both before and after VIXEN. I mean, I had a moment of, I was shipping and receiving for some educational materials company, and I worked in there for, I don't know, a year or something, just boxing stuff up. I was a master with the tape gun. I was really good. Yeah, nice, right? I could take that box up really fast. I don't know, there was weird jobs, just like, working in a coffee shop, pre-Starbucks, sweeping the sidewalk on Ventura Boulevard after VIXEN broke up, and just kind of going, oh, what kind of coffee do you want? Wow, where am I? What happened? I was playing arenas, what the fuck? But, you just always gotta find the best in what's going on and then move through it. So I guess in some ways I sort of retold my own story to myself, but none of those jobs were that bad. Because something good always came out of it. So that's my life coach spin on it. I'm sorry, that's all I'm going to say about shitty jobs.
Delivering pizza in New York. And what happened was I had a record deal with Atlantic Records with my sister called Envy that was produced by Dee Snider. And I guess it kind of tanked. And I had to do something, so I became a taxi cab driver, which was pretty awesome. I think it was like, when you're at a high in your life, you're playing in front of 20,000 people, and you think you're it, and then God says, oh, you're not it. You have to work a little harder. So he makes you a taxi cab driver. Okay, so, and it's all good. Like Cher said, lessons in life, it's about working hard, it's about falling down, it's about getting back up again and just keep going. And I think, I'm gonna cry right now, but being in my 50s and being with these girls, and I've been with Janet for 20 years and Roxy, it's the most amazing feeling to be doing this again. I just have to thank the Lord, thank my girlfriend, thank my mother, thank my father, thank you guys. And it is effing awesome. That's all. And it beats being a taxi cab driver.
See why I love her so much? She's the best. I was a cashier at Walgreens long enough to buy an electric guitar and then I quit. I had an acoustic guitar, my parents wouldn't buy me an electric guitar, so I worked at Walgreens for about 3 months, made enough money to get a vintage guitar and a TV amp, and I quit.
Nicely
Got what I needed, I'm done.
So we do have a celebrity guest here, Guy Fieri, the celebrity chef.